Okay, this is Ringwalk Media, Saturday night over in Wembley. We've got Dmitry Salita with us again. Dmitry, your man just came up short, but in your opinion, not.
Well, we didn't come up short. The judges came up short. They didn't see it. They didn't put the right glasses on. I feel Jermaine won the fight, as I think everyone in the press. No one really felt that Dillion Whyte won the fight, and Dillion, I think, also felt that he lost, and he kind of squashed the rematch talk because he wants to fight Anthony Joshua and he wants to make millions of dollars. But the boxing press and the boxing fans can demand the rematch, and I hope that they do, and something that would like to happen in the near future.
Well, one of the judges scored it 115-115, and when that first scorecard came out, we thought, Jermaine's going to actually win this fight because, he was ahead in the early part of that fight by quite some way, isn't he?
I got texts from respectable writers going into the 10th round. We have it 7-2 Jermaine. So, everyone, 8-2 Jermaine, 7-2. So I don't know that Jermaine lost the 12th round, to be honest with you. It was close. I think Jermaine won the fight. I think everyone thought that he won the fight. The fact that Dillion, got a little sprint in the 11th round doesn't really mean anything. So, CompuBox numbers, I'm sure Jermaine outlanded him 2-1. So we'll review. Maybe there is maybe we'll find something with the British Border Controls. We'll see. But I feel that Jermaine won the fight.
Yeah,
maybe there's an appeal to be made. I think possibly. I don't know yet. I gotta go back and look at the numbers, and look at the fight, let the emotions subside a little bit, and see what the best move forward is.
Well, sort of going through there, Jesse was very, very sort of confident that his guy was going to take out Dillion, and his game plan seemed to be working in the first part of the fight. I do think perhaps that last 2 rounds maybe just ran out a little bit of steam more than anything else, because technically he was better than Dillion.
Yeah, Dillion is a big, strong guy, and he did hit Jermaine with some good body shots. It was a high-paced fight. Jermaine kept a pretty high pace on, backed up Dillion many times. It's funny because Dillion usually wins the first 3 rounds, but in this fight he didn't, and that showed that Jermaine is the real deal, and he's here to stay. He was a 12-1 underdog, came here thousands of miles away, fought one of the best top heavyweights in the world, and showed that he belongs, that he won. So he's the man. That's my man from Team White. Come, man, it's all good. It's all good. Trying to mess with the gloves, but it's all good.
I didn't try.
It's all good. You're doing your job.
How are you? Well done.
You're good, man. Thanks, man.
Done very well.
Thank you.
You got a lot of attention. So I'm feeling good.
I think that he did a great job, and he's one of the best in the world. Dillion, for real. Dillion is 4, 5, 6 top heavyweight in the world. That's the truth. Mm-hmm. And this guy, 12-1 underdog, out of nowhere, came. I felt he won. Many people felt he won. I get it. I'm not trying to. Yeah. So he showed that he's elite.
Outboxed. I think he won a couple of rounds. Dillion was catching his shots all day long. But you're a man of many opinions. The same way you had with your funny gloves. Your funny gloves.
Funny gloves?
Yeah, your funny gloves.
Which funny gloves?
Your gloves, your special gloves that you brought.
Honestly, I didn't bring those gloves.
Oh, somebody else brought them. No worries.
No, his management team brought those gloves, but they were approved by the BBOC.
Yeah, just because they're approved doesn't mean that they was right.
No one wore those gloves before. You think someone wore those? Think about it. You think someone wore those gloves, man? You got to do your job. It's all good.
Exactly. I have to do my job.
You did a good job.
It was a good fight. It was lovely.
Good fight. What's your name?
My name's Magic.
Magic, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
All right, Magic. You make magic happen, man.
Yeah, I made magic. Dill makes all the magic happen.
No, the judges made magic happen.
No. Dill won fair and square, man.
No, I don't think so. Nice. But it's all good. Magic, that's why you're so good at what you do.
I'd say that's a compliment.
You do? No, really. It's so good for sure, man. For sure, my man.
Nice.
All right. Okay.
Just a little gate crash there, a little quiet, friendly word.
It's all good.
Listen.
Well, he gets paid to say that, but.
And you don't get paid to say it.
Yeah. I'm also. That's true. But most of these people here, if they take a test, they would say Jermaine won. If we vote tonight, Jermaine won. That's the truth. But it's all good, brother. You can go to sleep. Listen, man. I'm from America. We're 5 hours before you, so it's 7 o'clock for me.
We was in LA as well.
All right.
It took us 7 hours.
This is carnage, I have to say. This is carnage. It's been carnage all week. Dmitry Salita walks in the door, and it's carnage. Absolutely, in a good way though, in a very positive way. So listen, Dillion doesn't seem like he's going to go and take the rematch from what he's just said in the rematch, and like you've said, he's probably going to fight Anthony Joshua, earn a fortune. What's next for Jermaine? Because I'd really love him to see him fight back over here again.
Yes, I mean, I'm gonna talk to Eddie, see what we can do together. Maybe he fights in Detroit with Alicia Baumgartner on the same show. I'm just thinking out loud, that'd be a great event. Maybe he fights on the undercard of Anthony Joshua. If Anthony Joshua takes a fight in between and before he fights Whyte, maybe Otto Whalen is the guy in play. Maybe I think it would make a lot of sense for Jermaine to be on that card and to get a win. Maybe not a big fight, a medium level fight, and then look for something significant.
And talking of significant, Clarissa Shields, there's a bit of noise coming out of the camp there that Terry Harper might be in her sights. Tell us about that, because obviously, you know, you've spoken quite openly about, you know, her desires, but Terry Harper's a new name.
Is a
new name on the list this week, anyway.
Well, so you know, we want to make the biggest and the best fights. Savannah Marshall rematch possible, I think, in a year from now. Though I think that both of them need to fight once or twice to build it up, to make some changes, to build a story to the fight. Maybe it's a pay-per-view. Maybe it's the first ever pay-per-view in the UK, because the numbers were just incredible. Terry Harper, Jonas, those fights make sense. Clarissa wants to fight the biggest and the best fights. She loved the British fans, even though initially they supported Savannah, as they should, but after the fight, and it was such an incredible performance, one of the best live fights I've ever seen. You know, I believe that the British boxing fans love Clarissa, and her coming out here will be pretty tremendous.
She definitely earned our respect, and to be fair, you know, obviously we favour our home fighter as you favour your fighter, yeah. But there was a standing ovation for her in the OT. And
I'm very happy that the judges got it right. I mean, you know, you're always a little bit nervous before the fight, but I was like, man, I'm happy. When the ring announcer took a little pause, I was like, oh no, man, but he got it right, so it was good.
What did you think tonight when that first scorecard came out at 115? I've got to be honest, right? We were sat in the press corps. We had it very close, only because Dillion came into it at the end, and obviously home fighters' advantage, etc. But I said this could be a draw.
Did you have Jermaine winning?
Yes.
So, yes.
But I have to remain neutral. You have to remember that. But yes, we did, but by a round.
You have to remain neutral going to the fight, and you have to score the fights objectively. You can't remain neutral. It's not right.
In my opinion.
So for you to call it a draw on your UK guy, and you just said that you had Jermaine winning. Yeah. I mean, everyone here had Jermaine winning. Everyone in the press here had Jermaine winning. So, you know.
In my humble opinion, I had Jermaine a round up at the end of the fight.
Yeah. Okay. That's the most conservative judging that I've heard, but okay, but yeah. You know, but they say.
But that takes into consideration how judges think and the atmosphere, right, and the place, right. Because so you have to.
Right. So even with that, you had Jermaine winning. So, you know.
I'm dropping myself right in it here, aren't I?
Yeah, no, you're talking the truth. You should.
Yeah, I have to, because that's boxing.
To me, honestly, we can build up fights. We can say this. We can say that. However, when things happen, you know, boxing is not a race. Like, this guy ran 100 meters in 10 seconds, and this guy ran in 9, so he won. However, as a boxing press, we have to be truthful, because then what are we building? It's a sport. These guys put their lives on the line, and Dillion put his life on the line, and he's a fantastic athlete. I'm just saying, but you have to be truthful about these. This is because then there's no way a sport can grow if we BS our way and just talk. The sport has to grow, and we have to be objective about the decisions. The promotion has to be whatever it could be, but the results and the actual participation has to be at the highest objective, honest level, and that's what we need.
What we can say is everybody was applauding, everybody was standing up, and it was a great fight. So that's one thing I think we both agree on. You know, it really it's been a fantastic fight week.
Well, you and I agree on everything. It was a great fight. Jermaine won. British fans are great. It's all good, man.
I agree with you. Now listen, one more thing. I've got to say it, right? The socks, the shoes. I've got a friend called Jamie No Socks, right? He's the only man in the world that's got no socks. Now I found someone that has.
So let me tell you something. I grew up in Brooklyn. I grew up in the hood of Brooklyn. So, you know, I gotta bring a little flavor when I come to the UK. You know, so even though I was thinking to myself, I have another pair of shoes, If it would have been colder today, I would have wore the other pair of shoes with socks. But today was like 60 degrees, so you know.
What I've got to do, I've got to do this.
You know, that was Butch Lewis, promoter from back in the day, used to wear a sweater, a jacket with no shirt on. So this is not that extreme, but I saw a couple of guys today with shoes with no socks on. There's a guy. There's another one. So
this is a message from Dmitry Salita to Jamie No Socks. You're not on your own.
No, well, the message was like Mike Tyson used to walk into the ring with no socks on. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Because I think Jack Dempsey had no socks. So that was a message of, we're coming to knock you out. But we won. We didn't get the knockout, didn't get the decision. But I think we made a name for ourselves. And I'm very happy that when I signed Jermaine 3 years ago, everything I promised him came true. He got to the elite level. Unfortunately, he didn't have to get the decision, but he's going to be better, better. And now everybody knows who he is, and he's one of the best in the world.
Listen, you've been great fun, a great pleasure to speak to you this week, and we thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thanks, man.